Season 2 made Rocket Raccoon one of, if not the best healer in the game, so here are 3 things to keep in mind and adjust your game to be much better in Season 2. First, let's talk about positioning. In the previous season, you could basically sit all the way back with Rocket Raccoon and spam your healing orbs in the general direction of your teammates and hit 30k healing easily. Because the orbs would have a big healing radius, also your dash would recharge quite fast and have 10 meters of range, so you would have no problem closing in on the action if you needed to. But now you don't have such a big radius with your orbs and you get a significant boost to healing if you actually hit someone. Your dash has also been reduced in range and increased in cooldown. Also in Season 2, dive compositions are much more prevalent now, and if you sit all the way in the back by yourself, you are a very easy target to single out and burst down. So you need to reconsider your position and play more grouped with the team. This makes it easier to hit your orbs and get that healing boost, because the closer you are to someone, the easier it is to hit and anticipate their movements, so you don't have to lead your shots as much, and you're also much harder to dive because by sitting with your team, you make it easier for them to peel for you. You also make it easier for your other healer to heal you when you are in distress and collaborate with him to avoid getting that huge burst and instantly die. This does not mean that you should be in the front line playing alongside your tanks or in the middle of the pack. You still need to sit back and have visibility, see the entire team and be able to target the entire team, but sit at the back of the group and near the group so you're harder to single out. One thing you should also be aware of, and I urge you to be mindful of, is a positioning mistake that I often also make, and that is involuntarily pushing forward. Sometimes we get stuck on autopilot mode, or we are very focused on healing and hitting those shots, and we do not pay close attention to our movement and end up moving forward until we are in the front line. That is not good. So for positioning, play together with your team, play near your team, make sure you're hard to single out by a diver and your team can easily reach you and peel for you because you have less mobility than in the previous season. The second tip that you also need to be aware of is what you do when you place your ultimate. In Season 1, your ultimate was a flat-out damage boost, so you would still need to focus a bit on keeping everyone alive while you put down your ult, so they were able to take advantage of that damage boost. You could not get the damage boost if you were dead, so it's simple as that. But now your ultimate also heals, and that heal is quite significant, and in most cases it's enough to comfortably keep your team alive, so you don't need to focus on healing while your ultimate is active. So what you should do instead is to get on the offensive while the ultimate is active and push a bit forward. Use that minigun and start shredding, because Rocket, with that 25% damage boost that his ultimate gives, can easily put on some significant damage, especially at close range. Yeah, at long range it is still quite a pea shooter, but if a Thor dives you and contests you while you have your ultimate, then he's in for quite a treat because you can put on some significant damage. Lastly, the third thing is practice your aim. Just as I said before, in this season you can still kind of get by with aiming in the general direction, but you won't be nearly as effective as when you're hitting your shots. Before, you would never ever be able to sustain a tank during a huge wave of damage, but now, if you hit your shots, you'll be able to get that burst healing easily. So you need to get better aim, practice your aim, and start hitting your orbs to be the best possible Rocket Raccoon. To recap, be more mindful of your positioning and play closer to your team so you'll hit your shots better and be harder to single out. Go on the offensive when you have your ultimate up and running and practice your aim. And if you found the info in this video helpful, please consider dropping a like and a sub on the video, and if you disliked it, let me know why in the comments so I can improve. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.